Welcome to Integrate Podcast. I'm your main host, Skyline, and today I'm joined by two lovely ladies.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Q from the Blasian Badass podcast. It's always great to be here and excited for this topic tonight.
Hi everyone, this is Rosaly, the French Canadian. I'm back, back for good. Yay! It's been a while.
You never left.
It's been a while.
Technically, you never left. You were always still around us.
Yeah, I know. But on the podcast, it's been a while. But I'm really happy to be here and super excited for this episode. Yeah, it's a great episode to come back to. I'm really excited.
So we all went to go do our homework and our classwork today.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's right.
Today's subject is the hottest game show in Korea, Single Inferno.
Yay.
Which is, we're going to be discussing Single Inferno Season 1 and Season 2. Currently, right now, Season 2 is still ongoing. I believe there's about 2 episodes left, give or take.
Yeah.
But we're just going to be continuing from where we left or what's kind of currently live. It is right now, January 8th. And we're just going to give our thoughts and opinions from Season 1 and 2 up till this point. Let's talk about Season 1, since we all did our homework. I just want to say, I'm going to ask you questions, and your girls are just going to go off of it. Of course, I'll answer it too. Season 1, if you were there in person, you all got put in that same island. Just physically, who would you have went after and attractive? Like attracted to, that you didn't even talk to. Just physically, just first vision, who would you have went after?
Oh, easy. For me, the Taylor Man.
Yeah. The Taylor, the Taylor Man for you? Okay, no, not me.
Oh.
Jinte? Okay. Not Jinte? Oh, not Jinte for Q, I mean. But Jinte for...
Yeah, that's it. Well, don't get me wrong. He's great. I mean, the boy is fine for sure. But who was Season 1? Okay, there's a few of them that look good to me. So there would have been a few I had my eye on. Moon, and then
Moon Se-hoon? Really?
Yeah.
No,
Moon.
Fine.
Moon was really cool because I think I liked his personality a lot.
For me, I would have probably physically attracted to. I probably would have went after Gia. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Physically, I would.
What she was doing?
Gia is she was like the main star of that whole entire show. She's the girl who had 3 guys at the very end.
Yeah.
Okay. The YouTuber?
For her. The YouTuber, yeah.
Is she a YouTuber? I don't know.
But that's physically, probably, because physically she was the more appealing one.
Okay.
Physically. Now, the second part of the question was, after kind of watching it and you got to know all their personality, right? Who did you think you were a better match for after getting to know their personality and how they are? So for me, it would have been Ji Young. That girl would have been the one I would have mainly went after. I feel like Ji Young would be the girl that would have been like, I guess you can kind of say like, my brain would have been like, I dated too many Gias that act and behave like her, that I would get sick of it. Like I would get annoyed. And Ji Young is more calm, more down to earth, more quiet. That's the type of girl I would have went after instead. Like her personality would match better because I don't like being in like fucking busy, I guess you can kind of say hectic type of lifestyle. I prefer to be at peace with someone. And I feel like she would have been more ideal to if I wanted to be more at peace. As opposed to being on the spotlight or living in like a drama type of life. That would be like Gia's type of life where I had to deal with a new fucking dick all the time or like have to put up with like fucking her from other dicks and shit. That shit gets tiring. That shit does.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I think I will keep the same guy. Because it was the kind of because it was the kind of like to be like calm, like a serious vibe. But when he went to Paradise, it was very more like chill out, and he can like take the lead on certain situation, you know. and he has his own business, and it's like an industry that like it's a nice industry, but also it's not like the nightlife type of industry either. That doesn't suit me, right? So yeah, I think my choice will be the same.
Intake.
Yeah, he is cool. Like, I do like that he had his own business. I probably would still like, I still like Moon because I think he had like kind of this vibe where he could still be very like humble type and kind of cool and calm, but yet still be like this like dope man. Like he could transition. Like he didn't have that one look, one personality. Like he could kind of like transition between different personalities and different looks. So,
I
and
just
I
felt
like
like
the way
that guy was
how he
on
takes it.
depression half of the time. Like he was
I
depressed throughout
know,
half
I
of the
know.
whole series.
I
Like,
know,
oh,
he's so
We
I don't
like
know
our
how she
emo
feels.
boy. We like the emo
Oh,
boy.
I'm gonna take
that
the
guy was like
underdog. I'm taking the underdog. Okay.
yeah, he was like couldn't get swayed. He just had his mind on one girl,
I
and then
know.
and
It's
how
so
you gonna
sad.
Moon was like you had an opportunity where two girls came in, two girls liking you,
Mm.
and
Right.
then like you're telling me after being fucking heartbroken, looking like a simp fucking throughout half of the whole series,
Mm.
you run back to the one girl, the one girl
I
that
Mm.
like
know.
just because yeah,
I didn't
that
like
just
that.
because you didn't get closure,
Mm.
and yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I felt
that's
Yeah.
sorry
funny.
for him
Honestly,
too.
yeah, for season one for me, it was like that was like the highlight for me was to watch Moon and Ji Yun together. It
Yeah.
was like to me, it's like it bothered me because of the fact that like when she started talking about like her not putting like haven't gathered her feelings yet and all that stuff, and then
Mm.
like and it just seems like he's like in a constant pressure, like he's constantly like pressuring her. Well, kind of like he gave her some space and stuff like that, but it's like she's trying to like at least get to know people and like kind of be open up and play the game accordingly, right? Or not really play it, but like actually be there and get to know everyone and stuff like that. But because of like him having this kind of like aura and presence of like this is the girl that I want, everyone else kind of backed off from her because of that, because of like they say that he likes her, but it's kind of annoying because it's not that she didn't feel the same way. I think she didn't feel the same way romantically, to be honest with you. Romantically, I don't think she saw him in that way. I
Yeah.
think she just kind of sees that he's a good person, but at the same time, it was like a force, like she was forced to like him. You get it? Like it
Yeah.
was like that type of vibe that everyone was kind of putting on her, and I wouldn't be surprised if the TV show, like the whole entire TV crew probably did the same thing. Like they just kind of like, hey, we need to ship you guys together because of the fact that like
Mm.
if this simp doesn't win you over, it's like that's gonna give us a really bad rating, bad review, bad
Yeah,
ending.
exactly.
So like
Like, mhm.
yeah,
Because
That's
to
a
because
good
me,
I
point.
feel like this whole entire TV show is like it's hard to believe some of it that it's real,
mm,
right? I feel like some of it
Yeah.
they've kind of manipulated in order to get more views, and then
Totally.
for her, it was like you can kind of tell just by looking at her that like she's extremely uncomfortable towards like even towards the end because she feels like she's shipped with this guy and she has to because of the fact that if she doesn't, um, then it's just gonna look bad upon her. And when in a culture like in Korea where social status is really important, she doesn't want to be viewed as like the bitch when the season ended, you know, and
yeah.
they all leave on. It's like, oh, that's the girl that didn't have feelings for this guy who tried so hard. So for her, she had to keep up this act, and I felt bad for her because it's like I've been there before too, and it's like obviously with no cameras on me, where it's like I wouldn't want to date anyone because I feel bad for you out of pity.
Mm,
I
Yeah.
would never do that. And then for her, it's like you could tell she's being put there out of like she had to pity him, and she did, but she doesn't. She's not attracted to him. She already said it before. She has no chemistry with him, and she had slightly rejected him, but this dude just doesn't want to get like he doesn't want to accept it. And
mm,
to me, it's like I got annoyed by him because of the fact that I was like, dude, it's like you don't always win the girl at the end. Yeah, you
yeah.
might like something and you might want to be the type of guy to always chase after your dream and chase after a girl like that. But it's like you don't always win the girl at the end. Like sometimes you gotta learn how to take losses. And
Mhm.
then instead of like fucking pressuring the girl over and over. And what he in real life, if a guy would have done that in real life, being that clingy and giving the girl that much attention, she would have definitely like either ghosted him or cut him off in real life.
Yeah, like, because I feel like the TV shows, like TV reality shows right now in Korea, take a new turn where they take like people that we don't see like on television, like it's no like stars yet, right? So it's super script to make them like the new influencer and the new like kind of people views. So, it's based on like relationship and love where like, I remember like years ago, like 10 years ago when like the only like kind of show like for teenager that popped up was like, you know, when they get K-pop star married and it's like they're following them around. That was a kind of shit. So now it's like more fluent to like our generation. But I still feel it's super script out, and they definitely push that to get more views. And it's normal. TV reality should be that way too.
Yeah, it was. I think too, they definitely like not only scripted it out, but they also highlighted just certain time. You know, they didn't like, you know how like some of the U.S.
when he's laying there, all the press,
U.S. reality dating shows where they're showing all the crap, right? Like everything, all the trash that's happening. You kind of get glimpses here and there, and I get it because of, you know, certain things you don't want to show. But I want to say it's for the females. My favorite chick on there was the really athletic one.
The boxer?
Yes.
Oh, same!
I love
I will sit.
The cookie cutter. She was probably the only girl out of the group that didn't look like every other Korean K-pop looking star or drama queen. They all look the same. Like they all look the same, and it's frustrating to see. Like that's another reason why you can't tell. Like who's that?
But you know
who is that? Right?
She was also the one who actually like took initiative too.
Yeah, I like her.
She was going
proactive. Yeah,
she was the only one in the whole, in my opinion, in the whole entire season. She was the only one who took initiative. Like she went out and even confessed it to Moon about how she felt.
She did.
It was
she took initiative.
And I like how he responded to her. Like he was really respectful. You know, letting her know. You know, this is how it feels.
Yeah. But you know what? I disagree about they all look the same. I feel they went like stereotypically like with like the doll face girl, the shy girl, the athletic one, the natural one compared to season one. Season two, I mean, season two, this is, I was talking about this with Kay, but we're gonna go back later on, but like, I feel it was more mixed too, like physically, like even the men, like I like the fact they had like tall, smaller men, some with beards, some not, like athletic, muscular, fucking muscular to normal body. Like I felt like that was nice.
Yeah.
To have more diversity. Yeah,
more diversity.
Yeah, it was really cool. I like how what I liked is how they kept going around and having these moments together. Everybody would, you know, whether they're going to the beach or they're going to wherever they're cooking together or in the tents. The tent moments were the funniest to me because they all look so awkward. Like, should I sit in the same bed with him or should I not? You know, and also the cameras are everywhere. But to see them all trying to react, and you could tell who really liked who in those tents, like especially the guys. The guys are pretty obvious. The guys kind of made it pretty obvious. But it was so funny because they looked awkward in the tents. And I thought, wow, okay. Those conversations were great, I thought.
What?
I just kept seeing being depressed in the tent.
What was like your favorite highlight of season one?
When our boxer girl, when they had the competitions, I love the competitions. When she won, what was that running one? I think it was the first competition. And she kicked everybody's ass on there. I was yes, go ahead, girl. Because I wanted her to choose. I wanted her to get to choose. But that was my
and she was
highlight.
humble.
She was.
She
Yeah.
was humble about her choices. She chose the two guys who didn't get to enjoy anything.
Yep.
Because
And
that's
I
like
like
how
that.
humble she was. He's like, and everyone knew that like, oh, she did it because of that. It's like because they didn't get to do anything, so like she wanted to treat them out too, so that basically
Mm.
take them off
Yep.
of the Inferno, you know, for a second. That was really
Yeah.
nice of her. The girl who like didn't even like get much airtime and stuff like that was the water sport girl. The water
Yeah.
sport girl, like yo, she was fucking funny. I was surprised no one went after her. That shit was weird. I was like, what? This girl's like beauty standard in America, she would have fit it because she fit
Yeah.
American beauty standard. Like she was hot,
But I
Mm.
and the way
feel
that she,
funny
yeah,
girls are the type of girl that destabilize the men. So it's hard to engage with them, like, because I'm the funny girl, so I know how like awkward it gets. It's like intimidating because she's
Right.
like treated like a bud, like a bro.
Yep.
That's why.
yeah,
Mm,
And you
when
don't
she
know for
flirted
sure if
with
she
the,
likes you. Because she could be
mm,
yeah,
joking. What if
yeah,
she's like
when she's just friendly.
playing?
yeah. Oh my god.
But those
Mm,
girls are fun though.
mm, my
They're really
favorite
fun.
moment though, my favorite moment that I was like I find it was the hottest moment and the most like thrilling one. It's when the boxer girl and the tailor guy were in paradise and she invited him to bed. And I was just
Yes,
like,
yes.
oh,
Oh yeah,
that's my girl. I
she
find
was
it
like,
so like, wow.
She's
she's
like,
like,
we can sleep in the
she's
same
like,
bed. It's okay.
no,
Yeah.
she said that like the way she framed it around with that like, what are you afraid that you can't sleep? And he's like,
Mm,
what do you mean? Like sleep here. And then he was like, I sleep here. Yeah, you sleep here. And he had to confirm it like 3 times.
really,
Okay,
really
sleep here?
mommy
Yeah.
Yeah.
dominant vibe that I loved. I really
Yep.
loved it.
And I
And
love
then
when
he
he
even
went back to
announced
the tent to tell the fellas what happened. They're all like, what?
Yes. That
I
was
like
so funny.
the commentator was funny. They're like after it switched him, they're like, did you guys left the camera on the whole night?
You know how like sometimes some culture are very like private about like relationship and like anything physically, and I feel
Yeah.
that like we know like in Korea, like if you have friends, if you visit there, like you know the nightlife, like one night stand is a thing, like it's going on. Everyone fucks, right? But no one talks about it.
Right.
So I
Right.
feel that is kind of like just open up the horizon and the views of like, guys, we are also like not sexual people, but we fuck too for fun. Like we
Right.
celebrate it. It's kind of like another point of view that like I can kind of see now, like in a way of like the serial TV shows and in the dramas, we see more skin, we see more like sex
Yep.
action, some more. I'm so surprised of how like they advance and open up about those kind of stuff. So I
Yep.
feel Single Inferno was kind of like the twist too, because I know they're never gonna go extreme like to a Twindle, right? But they like it's kind of like, oh, okay, they are open up, like it's to join more young audience. That's what I
Yep.
like about season 1. It was like, oh, it's a new thing, really new to
Yeah.
to the scene of like Korean TV reality show. I feel like internationally, in a
Right.
way. Mm.
Yep. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
For me, I had 2 moments and impacted me in 2 different ways. There was one where I can relate and felt bad, and then another one where it was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Type of how, like Jesus, how dumb are you guys? But then again, I kind of understood. I'm pick that one first. It was the time when Gia had to make a choice,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
right? And all 3 of the guys, all chose Gia, and the one guy that I was surprised that chose her, that I just couldn't stand his fucking personality. It was something about his personality that annoyed the shit out of Choi Se-hun. Okay, Choi Se-hun, which is like, he's like the wavy hair, split wavy hair guy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
who's
yeah.
like, Like he'll wait for her. He's like all patient. Like I could wait for you.
Like
I'm patient.
they call him the doggy boy.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's the one who won. The dog is the one who.
Oh, really?
The
puppy one was okay.
The puppy one was the one she ended up choosing, which that one right there was like also to me it was like I could tell it's scripted because Gio said that
I confused the both of them.
Gio was saying that in the beginning no one really fit her type until the very last new guy came in, which his name is
the one that she knew already.
Yeah, with all the tattoos.
Yun Seng. So Yun came. When Yun came, he was big built, tattooed.
Yep.
Basically, ideally her type, which is the one that she stayed in the first place. And then she even said it to him too that like if he would have came in earlier, she probably went after him instead. And the only reason why she even chose the puppy, you could tell she chose the puppy guy because of the fact that like if she didn't choose him, then it would have been the same problem as Jiyeon, where it's like social media would have rained down fire on her. It's like, oh, why would you do that? Like he was so loyal to you. He just stayed by you the whole time. He just sat there and waited for you while you kept going to paradise. And then like all he did was like a good dog waiting at home for you. It's like so like she had like these guys chasing after her and stuff like that. And then even the other guy, it was like, dude, take the hint. She's not interested in you. But I can't even say take the hint because of the fact that Gia is extremely fucking manipulative. She is the way she flirted with the guys.
Thank you. Say that. Right? It's that subtle manipulation.
I hated her.
That low key. Yeah,
she's
I did
really
not like her.
she's really good with her words. That she led every single guy on.
Yep.
As what she should be doing, because I guess that's her YouTube side. Like YouTube side, or like all of us who are in like content creators, like all of us, is that we have to like be nice to everyone. As you can tell, right? We have to kind of put on this persona to be nice. For her, it's the same. She has to kind of keep misleading all the guys so she could continue retaining the attention of the guys.
She reminds me like, in high school, there's always a bitch that play everyone's hurt. And everybody loves her, but you see that she's faking it so much, like, and she just want to be like her persona. I hated that, like, girl. And for me, she has a mean face. Like
it's not inviting.
It's not inviting. And I'm just like, why she is so, like, I hate the way she acted, the way she like dressed up to activities. I was just like, why are you dressing up like this when you go to the beach? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so not my I have difficulties with people that work in the beauty industry also, because I always feel they put like the appearance first, and everything is about image, and everything is about like to be desired and stuff like that. And that's how she gets all the attention. And I'm just like, build a personality, bitch. Like, just do that and you will gain maybe like someone, serious. But anyway, sorry, I vent.
That was good.
She.
Okay. I have that same question. So which moment was like, kind of like, I'd say saddest, or like, oh, wow, or like
that
cringe,
was my second.
Felt bad for them moment.
Yeah, that was my second favorite, second impactful moment that I was gonna say was the time when Moon and Jiyeon went to have a conversation, had the dinner, and she started crying. When she started crying and she started talking about like, basically, she did felt better that he was kind of giving her like, kind of like acknowledging her feelings and like giving her reassurance. Because see, like everyone only just saw things from his side about like, he's chasing after the girl, the girl's not interested in him. But no one really validated her feelings. And that was the first time she was being validated. It's like, hey, look, it's like when you don't like someone, why is fucking everyone just pressuring you to like this person? And I get that you're only there for 8 days and stuff like that. But for her, it's like, oh, you gotta be shipped off with this guy. You only have your only opportunity is this guy and stuff like that. And to her, it was just so much like mind games for her, because no, what's his name? Jintake. Yeah,
Yep.
Jintake like even took her out too at one point, and then fucking the split haired guy's name. I forgot his name. He took her out first. He was the first one to take her.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Split hair.
and then Moon was like the third one, and it was like a constant like for her it was like a constant like these all these guys throwing at her, and then of course they're trying to ship her off with the guy that she didn't have any chemistry with. The guy that she had chemistry with was Jintake. That was the only. I never saw her smile and talk much to anyone,
Mm-hmm.
other than when she was in Paradise, and she talked to Jintake the most.
Yeah.
So I could see why she was like having second thoughts and thinking about him, but she didn't want to do anything because of the fact that the boxer girl was shipped with him. So
Yeah.
why she didn't act upon it. So to me, Ji-yeon was like when she started crying and like being validated and all that stuff. It's like for me, it was like that was touching for me because I understand where she's coming from too. It's like you don't want to be with someone out of pity, even if and when you have no chemistry with them, and that's why to her it was like it was emotional for her.
So,
So that to me was
so you're saying
relatable.
she was attracted to Jintech instead, or you think so?
She was.
Uh,
She was because you could tell by when they came back and stuff like that. She talked about him.
but Jin's
But
the
then,
Taylor.
yeah,
Oh,
Jin Taste
really?
the
Oh
Taylor.
my gosh, I
He took
never
he took her.
thought that. Huh.
Well, he took her to Paradise once because he had to go with someone different.
Right, right.
Yeah, and then but when he
He
was
liked
there
old
with
girl
her,
from the beginning, the boxer.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when he took her there, it was like he approached her as a friendly vibe. But here's the
Yeah.
problem. Because he approached her as the friendly vibe, that's the correct way you're supposed to approach girls. Because they open up more. Because if you approach a girl with like intent right away, it doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. So, but when you approach a girl with like a friend type of vibe or a friendly type of vibe, um, before they can even make a choice on you or where to place you, whether they think you're a candidate or whether they place you as a friend, right? When you approach that way, he approached her correctly, but he was doing it just to be friendly.
Yeah.
But to her, she took it as like she's exulting and having fun with this one guy that she didn't even barely even got to talk to anyone else. And it's just a friendly type of environment for her. And you're eating and you're drinking with them, right? Alone. So she developed feelings for him. But when she came back, it was like the boxer girls like claimed it. Like, no, that was a one-time deal for you.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
yeah. So you see, so it's like that's
That's
why
what
she
a
backed
mommy
off.
should do. That's
Yeah.
what a mommy should do.
Yep,
But
I'm glad
Yeah.
those two ended up together.
Yeah.
for me, like I didn't have like sad moment. I had cringe moment.
Ooh, okay, which one? Which one's your
Uh,
cringe?
The most cringiest one, it's the hot tub.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, it was so cringe. I had a. Oh my god, I hated.
That shit was funny.
So funny.
Yeah, but you're right. It is cringe, but it was
Oh.
funny. That shit
Cringe,
was
but it
funny.
was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For me, it was very hard to watch. Like I had, like that was the worst scene, and I was just like, why did they keep it? Like, what? Why didn't? I was just like, that's so. Oh,
Right.
they were so uncomfortable, and like I would be too. And okay, I work in the hotel industry.
Uh-huh.
Never. I'm gonna fucking go to a tub
I know,
and
right?
fucking start it. And I was so disgusted by it.
Yeah.
It was that kind of moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know what part was funny too? Was when the puppy was talking to Gia at the kitchen table. And he was saying that like I don't chase girls or I don't pursue them. And then Gia looked at him and was like, I want you to chase me. And then he was like, you want me to chase you? And she's like, yeah.
And he said,
goes,
woof.
Okay, I was like, okay, how did this like fucking like flip flop so quick? It was like, I don't chase girls. And then she's like, chase me. And he goes, yeah, I'll chase you. I was like,
that
wow, what a
moment too,
fucking
when
flip.
you knew she was about trying to get how many guys to come after her, right? Which totally turned me off of her. Actually, I agree with you. I didn't vibe with her from the beginning. But my saddest moment was when my boxer girl, when she got the second paradise choice, I think, and the person she wanted to go with didn't pick her. So she was
Mm,
left by herself. And I was like,
mm,
oh, that's sad, you know?
yeah.
He couldn't pick her.
Well, no, 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 because she had to pick somebody else. Remember? But her
Yeah.
second choice, he didn't choose her, so he didn't go with her.
Oh, Moon.
Yeah, I think it was Moon, the second one. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
I just remember her
It was
standing there.
Moon
It was so
because
sad.
Mm,
it was Moon because of the fact that that was her first initial attraction.
Right. That's
mm.
right. Initially. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the hot tub moment was
Yeah, that's
crazy.
harsh. Yeah.
That hot tub, yeah, that shit cracked me up too,
Hmm.
Rosalie. It was cringe, but yeah, it
Total
cracked me up.
cringe.
Mm,
There's
yeah.
this big ass dude and this tiny ass girl. He's like, "Come here, I'm gonna fucking break you, little girl. Come in here."
And they, I don't know, they are half naked, but like in a pool, at least like you can like swim and stuff, but they were
Right.
just sitting down and you see how uncomfortable she is. Like she's trying to cover herself and I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, poor girl. She's kind of forced to do this. It's so annoying
Oh man, that was so
because
funny.
I mean, I've been in that kind of situation, like being in a spot full of men and be like, okay, I just want to like get
Yeah.
out.
Yep. I was still happy at the end when our boxer girl and Jin stayed
Mm,
together. Even
this
though
guy
he was,
is
I
so
liked
hot.
him. He was really cool.
Yo,
Here's my
so
turn
hot.
off was his hairy chest.
Really?
Like
I
that,
don't mind.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
that,
don't mind hair. For me,
yeah,
if you like are clean and smell good and
yeah,
your butt is not that hairy, but how we chill. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's a good point. Yep.
But for the rest, I don't fucking mind. But I've
Yeah,
never been with like a super hairy guy that we don't see like the skin under the hair, right? Like
right.
I know people that are freaking hairy, like you don't make the difference between like the neck and the hair, how
Yeah,
hairy they
yeah,
are. So I've never
yeah,
been with
no.
that type of dude, so I don't know. But for me, it was okay. I like the beard. I find it like, it felt for me
I like yeah,
manly.
his like rough, that kind of like
Yeah,
rougher look. Yeah,
really
that was good.
manly and less than a child body in a way.
Yeah,
Kind of like Sarwan in a Super Junior. Mm.
yeah, yeah. That's right. And I loved when he was at Paradise with her the second time. He's doing the foot massage, like
Oh,
they're massaging. You could just
that
totally
was so
tell, like,
hot. The sexual
yeah.
tension was so great. I love that
Those
kind of
two,
shit.
man. Those two.
They
Total
fucked for
sexual tension
sure. For
the whole
sure, they
time.
fucked for sure.
That's what I love.
We don't know the camera was turned off.
Right? That's right. But then, she goes to do his massage. And I mean, it was just great. Like the way, because they looked like a
So
real
smooth.
couple. Yeah,
Yeah,
smooth. And they looked like a real, like if you were on a date and your date got a little more intimate, like they were shown as what really, really can happen, with a
yeah,
couple.
yeah, exactly.
Where,
And a man in a suit. Whew. A man
mm-hmm,
in a suit.
no lie. Yep. Yeah.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that he has his own business, that was so dope. I was like,
so
wow.
yummy. Yeah. But I'm excited to talk about season 2 though.
Yeah, me
Really,
too.
I have so much to say.
Oh my
So
gosh.
much.
Me
But
too.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you relate on any of the girl of season 1? Like, can you see yourself in one of those girl?
Only the closest one would be the boxer girl. Other than that,
Mm,
no, because I think the other girls, they kind of, to me, they all kind of acted similar and like more
mm,
shy type. I'm definitely not that type.
mm,
So I could probably relate the best to our boxer girl. Yeah.
mm. With you, okay, for season 1, do you relate to any of the guy? Like, can you identify yourself?
Huh?
Who would you relate to, Kay?
My daughter's here. Um, to any of the guys,
Yeah.
Yeah, season one, right? Season one, out of all of them, I definitely would have to relate to. It's funny because I can relate to Moon, where when you pursue someone and you don't win the girl at the end. So that's kind of relatable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because a lot of guys don't they don't handle rejection so well. And I've been there, but of course I was a lot younger when I faced it. But to see a grown man go through it, it was like to me it was like it's like, are you serious? Like, how do you not bend in the situation when a girl doesn't feel the same way as you?
Yeah.
It's like, just move along. There's like 7 other fucking girls there,
Right.
and you have opportunity with other girls. Uh, so I can relate to that part, but the personality relate, like, who do I relate to the most, or like who do I feel like I am kind of like him, is it would have to be Jinte Taylor,
Yeah.
because I'm just as goofy as he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, once he picked a girl, like, he kind of just stick with the girl, but he's also very friendly with all the guys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like he's also very informative with all the guys.
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed that. Like when he went to Paradise with Ji Yun, and Moon was asking him all about her, like he already told Moon indirectly, he's like, I'm not interested in this girl, but I'll tell you what she likes. Like, she likes her steak well done. And then, like, he was just listing off of what he did, what he
Oh,
liked.
that's right. I forgot about that. He
Yeah, see,
did. That
like,
was really
yeah,
cool.
and then he was like just informing her. It's like, no, like, go ahead, you could chase after her. I'm not
Because he was
interested.
trying to get
Like,
everybody to
you
go
know what I
after
mean?
all
Like,
the other
he's
girls.
like,
He didn't want anybody going after his boxer girl.
yeah, like like, no, I think like he saw that girls did, but he just didn't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just didn't care. He's just like that. And then, like, the other thing too, like when he was talking about age too, he was like, "Is that I'm younger than you? Yeah, I could be older if you want. I could be young if you want. I could be your age if you want." And I was like, "This guy is smooth,"
He is smooth.
because. But that line was funny to me because I used kind of this one line once because of the fact that, like, this one girl. Yeah, I used this one line once because of this girl said this shit to me, and I didn't know that the girl was hitting on me the whole night, almost the whole night. I was like chilling
You,
there,
Kay, did not
and my friends,
know
my
that she
friends
was
can.
hitting on you?
I didn't
Oh,
know because
wow.
my friends can back me up in the story. So, like, we were all chilling, we were all playing cards together, right? And then we were like also singing too in the background, and we're all just like vibing and just talking. Now, yeah, I know that at that time I was single. Well, I'm still single now, but still. And we were just all just talking, and I was talking to everyone. When I'm talking, I'm making eye contact with everyone. So I didn't give off the hint to that one girl that, like, she was like I was interested in her, even though she sat next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when she started asking me personal questions, like right away, that I could tell that she was interested. She asked 2 questions right away, and that's when I knew that she was interested. The first question was, "I'm just curious, but like, how old are you?" And then I was like, "How old am I?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's kind of weird. Why would you ask me that?" But like, and then I said to her, I was like, "I'll let you guess." And then I said to her, I was like, "Wait, first of all, tell me your age first, and then I'll give you a hint to the guess." And then she goes like, "Oh, I'm like 20, right?" And then I was like, "Oh, damn, I had like a decade over her, right?"
Oh
And then,
boy.
yeah, so then so I looked at it, I was like, all right, here's my hint. I'm old enough to be your daddy, but I'm also old enough to be your boyfriend. I'll let you pick.
Pocket stuffs. Pocket stuffs.
And then she was like, "Well, damn, I don't think it even matters anymore." Okay, second question, are you single? And then I was like, "Oh shit, is this really happening?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And then we continued for the rest of the night. But I wasn't interested in her, but it was fucking funny. It's like my friend's like, "Oh, you couldn't tell that she liked you?" I was like, "No, I'm not stupid. I could tell. I figured that out after the fucking question that she asked me." Yeah.
that was good.